Hey, it's me from the future. You're about to watch a carpenter who was so happy to wake up this morning and go to work and build a master closet. And you're going to see me just progressively get more and more frustrated. It was one of those days, but showing you the reality of the job, so enjoy. Well, hello there. Master closet time. It's going to look awesome. We've got two shelves that are going to go. Every time I start talking, I get a frog in my throat. On the back here, we're going to have two shelves going across. On this back wall, we're going to have a shoe rack here, two shelves, kind of this angled bulkhead there, and then this is going to be a mirror image of the other side. But this, the front, is going to be interesting. There's going to be a shoe rack on each side of the window. And then on the bottom down here, I'm going to build another deck and then kind of build a little platform type thing. It's also going to be like a shelf, but it's going to tie the two shoe racks together. Only catch is I'm going to have to cut around the face frame for an air vent hole. So that'll be fun. And all of it will be face framed. I love face framed closets, so let's get going. This is definitely something that I know I could finish before noon, and we're gonna do it. Well, it took us a second, but we got the racks installed. Wasn't a necessary step. Those are level with each other. We gotta be a little extra. I mean, I'm sure it's necessary. So I'm gonna go ahead and build this lower section because one, I wanna get that air vent covered up. I mean, there's gonna be a hole in the face frame, but I wanna get it covered up because it is so freaking hot in here. Well, we have something. We have the deck. And you can see I've got the vent sealed off so when the top goes on, all that air is being directed out that hole. After I get the top on though, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do. I'm kind of following a diagram on the wall on how to design this. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is once I get the top on, I'm gonna figure out my height and I'm gonna build I'm going to build two cleats that are the same depth as the shoe rack, Put those on the side, then put the top on. I think that's probably the best way to do it. So, let me do that. I'm at a crossroad here. And I think I'm gonna fix this, because it would bother me if this was in my house. Do you see it? Do you see the height difference? Why didn't I just make it the same size as that lower shelf? We're gonna fix it. Well, unless something shifts overnight, we're level and we are even with that shelf. So, that was not fun, not gonna lie. But things happen. I wasn't even considering that. I was just like, well, how far down from the casing can I be? How high up can I make it? It would have probably worked where it was, but quite honestly, I think that's gonna look a lot better. You walk in and visually it looks symmetrical instead of having the middle portion up a lot higher. So just part of the job, I guess, is fixing your screw ups that you didn't think about ahead of time. In my defense, I've not built one of these before. I've built portions of this, but now it's like combining everything into one. So I'm wanting to figure this all out on my own. I don't want to ask for help, which I know I could ask for help, but I don't want to. I feel like it's gonna make me a better carpenter if I can figure things out on my own instead of having to ask for help all the time. So, taking what we know, throwing it into this, see what we can get out of it. So far it's looking good. Can you tell I'm just a little disappointed? I wish it would have went right the first time, but here we are. Anyway, last thing I'm gonna do before taking a lunch. Yeah, I didn't finish before lunch. That's fine. Doesn't matter. But I'm gonna get those cleats put up, these cleats, and those cleats. Give you one last look, and then off to lunch. You know it's getting to be lunchtime when even the simplest things. Anyway, we got our cleats up. See how that one's gonna end up turning out. And then, of course, this side too. So, lunch, because we'll do the shelves and face frame. And we're done with this master closet. I'm almost positive after lunch I'm gonna be in a much better mood. Little bit of refueling and then back to it. Hey, we're back. We're feeling fine. Shelf time. One quick thing. Can you see the ruts behind my tires? Yeah, I got stuck. Simple driveway. It's not even mud, it's just sand. It's sand and it's snow, and I couldn't even get out. Ford, get your four-wheel drive in check. Let's build some shelves. I'm just keeping it real with you. Very rarely do I ever need to walk away from a job because I'm too frustrated. This was one of those instances. This is one of those projects that is just completely kicking me. And it seems like every time I feel like I'm getting a little step farther, I'm pushed 2 steps back. So here's what the problem was. We got that shelf, that one, and those 2. That shelf's gonna be easy. I go to put this shelf in, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't think I have enough. I don't think I'm cut it long enough. I go to scribe it because the wall on this side in particular is pretty badly warped. I go to scribe it, and I go to put it in, and I'm an 1/8 inch short. And I'm like, crap, what do I do? One of the options was to knock the board out, take another piece of particle board, and redo the shelf. I don't have enough particle board. I have enough to finish the closet, but that's it. And I still need more to do some other closets in here. I got more coming, it's just I want to get this done today. So, I'm like, crap. Well, I can cut a shim I could stick it into the side where the opening is. After the glue dries, cut it down, sand it, and you won't even know. Didn't work that way. Looked like horse anyway. So then I got to thinking, what are the odds that I flip the boards around? What if this board was supposed to go on the other side? That's exactly what happened. I got my boards flipped. So, luckily, I had enough length on this shelf, the previous shelf, to go onto that one. That one worked, looks good. This one worked, looks good. So I'm gonna get this last shelf done, and then we'll start face framing. And I could go home knowing that I don't have to touch this master closet anymore. It's 5:30. But we got it. We got it done. Thankfully. I've got nothing to say. I wish I had more, but I am so beat down from this closet that I'm just ready to go home. I'll say one thing though. Remember my ordeal about wanting to make this shelf in line with those shelves? You know what I didn't even think about? The face frame's a different size. So, all that to say, it kind of didn't matter. But, at least they're in line. At least I thought about it. It's at least something. Also got the hole cut out for the vent, so... Today was a real representation of every day at this job. It's always figuring out... I feel like half the job is damage control. Let's say that. Half the job is damage control. Yeah, you can do it right the first time, but sometimes it doesn't go right the first time, clearly. Oh well, we got it done, and that's all that matters. Just another Wednesday, and it's time to go home. So until the next one.